May 7th, 2021. Standing before an aging bridge in Lake Charles, Louisiana, President Joe Biden once again said he's ready to work across the aisle with Republicans to pass his $2.3 trillion infrastructure plan. President Biden is expected to meet with Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell and House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy next Wednesday at the White House in hopes of reaching a bipartisan agreement regarding the plan.
Last 4 years, how many times did you say this is going to be infrastructure week? Well, I got so tired of hearing infrastructure week, nothing happened. I'm willing to hear ideas from both sides. I'm meeting with my Republican friends. I'm ready to compromise. I'm not ready to do nothing. I'm not ready to have another period where America has another infrastructure month and doesn't change a damn thing.
Pharmaceutical companies reacted with anger and some countries with private astonishment at Joe Biden administration's plan on Wednesday to back the temporary suspension of vaccine patent rights. The head of the EU said the vaccination effort was accelerating, with 30 Europeans being vaccinated each second while it's also exporting more than 200 million doses. In response to Biden's plan, they said they are also ready to discuss any proposals that address the crisis in an effective and pragmatic manner. Riot police fired tear gas at protesters in Bogota, Colombia on Wednesday during an 8th day of nationwide anti-government demonstrations. The protests were originally called in opposition to a now-canceled tax reform plan, but demonstrators have broadened their demands to include government actions to tackle poverty, police violence, and inequalities in the health and education systems. As of right now, over 40% of the population is currently living in poverty. A rifle-toting U.S. Army trainee hijacked a busload of children in South Carolina on Thursday before letting the kids off, abandoning the vehicle, and surrendering. Jovan Collazo left Fort Jackson Base with an assault rifle, later found to be without ammunition, at about 7 a.m. and tried flagging down motorists on Interstate 77 before spotting a school bus. He is now being charged with 19 counts of kidnapping, carjacking, and multiple weapons charges.
The kids that was on that bus, you can just imagine they were scared to death, along with that bus driver. I will give the bus driver credit. He kept his cool. He didn't overreact. He didn't get excited. He kept his cool enough that kept the situation calm. And I will tell you, his main concern was the safety of those kids.
4 months after the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol, FBI agents maintain a steady pace of arresting people accused of taking part as one of the largest criminal investigations in American history keeps growing. More than 440 people have been charged with taking part in the Capitol siege, coming from all but 5 states: Mississippi, North and South Dakota, Vermont, and Wyoming. In nearly 90% of the cases, charges have been based at least in part on a person's own social media account. The northbound lanes of the West Side Highway have reopened 6 hours after a carjacking led to a crash and a police-involved shooting. It started when police got a report of a Toyota Camry being carjacked from a woman at West 31st and Broadway before 1:30 a.m. Shortly after, police spotted the stolen vehicle on the northbound West Side Highway and pulled it over. As a sergeant got out of his cruiser, the driver suddenly backed the Camry into the NYPD vehicle. The sergeant fired 1 or 2 rounds at the Camry. No one was struck, and now the 44-year-old driver is in police custody.